Welcome back, South Africa. It is the beginning of the 2024-2025 football season, and it obviously kicks off with the MTN8. This is not necessarily a preseason tournament. It is the curtain raiser for the official league and domestic campaigns for South African football. The top 8 of last season that finished in the domestic league are Orlando Pirates, SuperSport United, Mamelodi Sundowns, Polokwane City, TX Galaxy, Stellenbosch, Sekhukhune and Cape Town City, and they will take part in the MTN8. Obviously, the main absentee, the most notable absentee is Kaizer Chiefs. The Glamour Boys, things are not looking as glamorous right now after a very disappointing campaign from them. They look forward to fixing things and making things right again this season, but they're not relevant for this competition. For this conversation between me and you, we are looking at the MTN8 for the 2024-2025 season. So this evening it will be Orlando Pirates versus SuperSport United. Tomorrow it is Stellenbosch United versus TX Galaxy. Next week Saturday it is Sekhukhune United against Cape Town City, and next week Sunday I believe is Mamelodi Sundowns against Polokwane City. So as you know, these are the quarterfinals, but the winners will play in the semi-finals, which will take part in both home and away legs for the semi-finals, and then we'll have the final. So basically 4 games until you're champion. Orlando Pirates are clearly the favorites, simply because they are back-to-back defending champions, right? They've won this for 2 years in a row, and no other team has done that, being able to win it 3 times in a row. They are chasing history, right? And of course, they beat Sundowns in that final. I will put a link to the previous final at the end of this video. You can check it out. But this season, what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win it? Obviously, Orlando Pirates have had a very good season, or pre-season I should say. By all accounts, they traveled to Spain. They got a draw against Granada, and they also got a win against Sevilla, but they also lost they lost in Saudi, I believe. But Sundowns have not had the greatest of pre-season tournaments, and I don't know actually how the other teams are doing, but I would clearly say that Pirates are going into this competition as favorites. They've also strengthened, I would say, their main signing, Gilberto. He's been signed all the way from Africa. I'm saying Africa like South Africa is not in Africa, but you know what I mean. He's looking good. He did score in the preseason campaign, and he seems to definitely look like he will get his official debut for Orlando Pirates in tonight's MTN8 quarterfinal. Right? Sundowns, they've also made a few purchases. They do that all the time. Sundowns, they go out to Brazil or to South America and they get a quality player. I don't know if it's just to increase competition. You know, Mshishi was doing an interview and he always said that quality arriving is very important, but there's also some instability there with Coach Rulani leaving. I do think how they adjust will be interesting. I do not think Sundowns will be as imperious as they were last season. Yes, they dominated the league and they only lost 1 game, which was the last game against Cape Town City. But I do think this season maybe they do not run away with the league like they've been doing so in the past few seasons. I think Pirates now are looking good. They're looking like the main challenges. The next step is to actually challenge Sundowns for the league, but Pirates have been dominating these cups and it's time for other teams to step up. I do have a feeling that because this is, you know, the first official game after the break, teams will not be as free-flowing or playing that free-flowing football. We won't necessarily maybe see the best quality of football because the players are still adjusting. They're not in the groove yet. Things like that, it happens. This game, the Pirates versus SuperSport game, might have a draw. We might see a lot of draws all around in these cup competition in this quarterfinals. But I just do think that maybe we will begin off this season a little bit slow. The games might be a little bit tight. KG, no one will make risk, or no one will be willing to take risks, or you know, scared of making mistakes, things like that. So I do think the games will actually be close. For the Pirates and SuperSport game, I would say definitely do not underestimate SuperSport. Gavin Hunt is a fantastic coach. They've made signings themselves. SuperSport, they've actually brought Vincent Pule to SuperSport. Obviously, Pule of Orlando Pirates was a fantastic player. In my personal opinion, I don't think that's bad. I think Pule had already lost his starting place in Orlando Pirates and was maybe beyond his best years. But I do think the move suits both teams. I think Gavin Hunt can get the best out of Vincent Pule, and Pule can come back playing his best football. But it looked like he was running out of space at Orlando Pirates. Clearly for this game, in my prediction, I would say the logical thing would would be to go with Pirates, because they seem so imperious right now. They seem so good. The morale is high. The coach has got the team ticking. Jose Rivero is a cup specialist. Pirates have not lost a cup game in like 2 years or something like that, because they've won the Nedbank Cup and they've won the MTN8, and in the previous season they also went and won the MTN8 again. So with that being said, I'm not sure what you have as favorites. I can actually see a draw, but it's unlikely. I think Pirates will be a little bit too strong for SuperSport. Yeah, that's my prediction for this game. I'll come back with a review of the basically the first round of the MTN8 quarterfinal. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.